Candle flame and spiritual messages. What the flame is trying to tell you. Have you ever lit a candle during prayer and suddenly the flame started acting strangely? Sometimes it becomes very tall, sometimes it dances wildly, other times it suddenly go out for no reason. Many people ignore these signs, but believe me, nothing is random. Nothing happens by accident in this present physical plane. We find ourselves, it always has spiritual connotation and undertone. You need to understand that candle flame reflects spiritual energy around you. Even in the Bible, fire and flame are powerful symbols of God's presence and spiritual communication, because in Exodus 3 verse 2, God appeared to Moses in a burning bush that was not consumed. Fire has always been used as a symbol of divine activity, so when a candle flame behaves strangely during prayer or meditation, believe me, something in the spiritual realm is responding. So today we will explore what a tall flame means, why a dancing flame appears, and what it means when a candle suddenly goes out, and powerful spiritual remedy that you can use some herbs and prayers to be able to remedy the situation. Stay until the end of this video, because the third sign is the one of the most misunderstood. But before then, please give this video a powerful thumbs up. If this is the very first time you are finding yourself in this family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification just always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Remember that Awaken My Spirituality Global Academy is admitting new students that is going to start their lecture by May 1st. It will be good to book your slot because limited slot actually is available. Our academy is top notch because it provides you apostolic and prophetic knowledge and dimension that will make your life, that will make you be able to achieve your destiny, enter into your promised land. Because the Bible says, by the hand of prophet, God delivered children of Israel from bondage, and by the hand of prophet took them to their promised land. Believe me, our academy is top notch to give you compiled knowledge on spiritual tips that can actually help you to transfer same to your born and born generation. Know it well, Bible says a good man leave inheritance to the children, and the best inheritance you can give them is spiritual knowledge, because spiritual rules the physical. So you can actually chat me WhatsApp number playing on your screen and check the pinned comment for more details. As you come on board, may God bless you. So without wasting time, let's dive into this video. The first one I'm going to talk about is when the candle flame becomes very tall. Now, sometimes you light a candle while you are praying and the flame suddenly grows tall and strong, much bigger than normal. In the spiritual realm, because everything we do have connotation with spiritual, it means that it's a sign of strong energy and active prayer. It simply indicates that your prayer is rising strongly into the spiritual realm. In other words, just like the Bible said in book of Psalm 141 verse 2, let my prayer be set before you as an incense. So now, just like incense smoke rises upward, you notice that it is showing you that the energy of your prayer, just like flame, is penetrating the third heaven and coming fast with your request. Just like imagine someone praying for a major breakthrough, new job, healing, financial restoration, visa, contract, and whatsoever. And during this prayer, the person happened to light candle as a symbol of faith. And suddenly, you notice that that flame becomes very strong, bright, and tall. This simply means that that moment, there is a heightened spiritual connection. It symbolizes faith, focus, and spiritual activation. It means that you should increase the intensity because you have already caused a shift in the spiritual realm that will bring that result instantly. In fact, if you are such that is gifted, you are a spiritual person, you happen to from time to time pray for people, do spiritual work for people, one of the symbols to know whether what you do is acceptable or is being accepted is light candle while you are doing it. If the flame is not strong and tall, my dear, find where you are missing it. If not, you will waste time doing that spiritual direction and it will not work. Because you need to understand that once you notice this happening, pause and pray intentionally. Say, Lord, my prayers rise before you and bring light into every dark area of my life. And you will see instantly, it will not take time, you see manifestation of whatever you are praying. Now, number 2 is this. When the candle flame start dancing, you light the candle flame, and one way or the other, you notice it's not stable. It is like dancing here and there. In other words, it is moving widely. It flickers through even though there is no wind in the room. This phenomena has fascinated many people for centuries, but believe me, in spiritual symbolism, a dancing flame often believed to represent movement or spiritual energy because it simply indicates strong emotional prayer, intense spiritual activities, spiritual resistance being broken. It means that the forces resisting that particular request you have been making is being shattering. So that is when to enter into the realm of warfare, praying that every resistance, every force that is limiting what I'm asking, that it should be broken by fire, by thunder. Because in Acts 2 verse 3, the Holy Spirit appeared as tongue of fire above the heads of the apostles. Shows how flame and spiritual presence are connected symbolically in the scripture. For instance, a man once shared that while praying about a difficult situation, the candle flame in front of him started sprinkling rapidly like dancing. Felt a deep urge to continue praying. Later, he said that prayer session brought him peace and clarity about his decision. Whether spiritual or natural, the moment deepened his faith and focus. So, once you are praying and your candle flame, maybe you on it while you are praying, start dancing, it is a sign, thank God, because your prayer is gathering momentum and is shattering every blockages and limitation. Now, let's talk about when you are praying and the candle flame suddenly goes out. This is a moment that surprised many, in fact. Many people, you light a candle and everything seems calm. There is no unnecessary air that can blow it off, and the flame has started boiling normally. The fire has gathered momentum, and suddenly the flame goes out. And when it happens, you notice that you suddenly feel uneasy. But before assuming anything, you need to understand this. Always consider natural reasons. Once you are sure that there is no airflow, low a kind of oxygen, as well as consider the candle quality if it's good quality, and then the wick, that's this thread, if it is good. Once you know that these things did not contribute to this particular offering of the candle, my dear, it has spiritual connotation. It simply represents spiritual resistance, distraction during prayer, and emotional heaviness. It means that there are forces that has stand to stop your prayer from penetrating, stop you from getting your answer. You have to brace up fast and pray for that situation, knowing fully well that some forces are fighting you from getting it. Because that's one of the reasons why I say you don't blow off candle when you are using it for prayer. Mostly it's better you allow it to burn down completely. But if you are in a hurry to go to somewhere and one way or the other you can't finish, or you have a big candle that is not easy to finish on time, use hand and quench it lightly. When you blow it off, you are like cutting off whatever manifestation you want to manifest. So you have to understand that there is a power, there is a force that want to stop you, that want to distract you. There is a problem the enemy want to create to hijack the answer of your prayer. Because in Matthew 5 verse 16, Jesus said, let your light shine before others. So symbolically, when a flame goes out during prayer, some people take it as a reminder of new spiritual focus that is focused on fighting that battle in another dimension, because actually the type of battle determines how you can actually fight it. For instance, Jesus saw a man that was blind use his saliva and sand, and the man was healed. Another time he just spoke a word, another time he just prayed, another time thank God. The type of battle will determine how you approach it. Perhaps the way you are approaching the situation needed redirection in order to get answer, because some forces have the effrontery to be manipulating and stopping you. And then that does not call for fear. Instead of fear, then simply light the candle again and continue praying. And then one way or the other, if you light it and if off, you light it and if off, enter into another realm of spiritual warfare. You can enter into another realm, like using candle and herbs, because prayer with candle and herbs, one way or the other, when you combine it, you will notice that it brings more breakthrough. So you can, one way or the other, get bay leaf to write intention of that in your prayer and burn it. You can burn frankincense. You can even burn a kind of cinnamon stick. You can even use rosemary spice, write that intention and start burning it, depending on what you are praying about, because it is frankincense is one of the gifts given to Christ during the his kind of birth, and also all these things are item of nature and have spiritual powers. So though burning them, we create a spiritual fragrance, a smoke that symbolizes purification, that can actually purify that environment and remove those forces trying to hinder our prayer. Because you notice that when Daniel prayed, his prayer was answered immediately, but for 21 good days, Prince of Persia hinders it. And that your candle quenching is telling you there are force that is stopping the blessing that God is releasing for you. You can also go ahead and do spiritual cleansing, getting bitter leaf, saint leaf, lime or lemon, boil them and use it to have a cleansing bath, praying that every resistance powers that want to stop you from getting your blessings should be broken and destroyed. In Jesus' name, do it consecutively 3 days and pour away the leaves. By the time you take it to this particular direction and then you now light your candle again, and maybe on the 4th day, to test that scenario, whether you have gotten what you want, and then sit quietly and pray, say, may divine light fill this house, every darkness around my life disappear, and then you continue your prayers. By God's grace, you will notice that that light did not quench. But if quench again, continue doing other stronger spiritual work. That's why I share spiritual remedy on daily basis in this channel. Until you get that candle lighting with your quenching, you will know that your prayer has been answered. This is one of the ways to test if a spiritual work or prayer you are praying over a situation has been accepted and answered. Because one way or the other, this practice creates a peaceful environment for prayers. The most important thing to remember is this: candle flames are symbols. They help focus the mind during prayer and meditation, but true spiritual power does not come from the candle. Take note, it comes from faith, intention, and connection with God. Because as it's written in James 5:6, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. It maketh tremendous power available. Why not speak aloud? The light of God shines in my life. No darkness can overcome it. And remember, there is mathematical, scientific, spiritual, all proof that whatever that's written that come to pass. Why not drop it in the comment section? The light of God shines in my life. No darkness can overcome it. And believe me, you will see that next time you light a candle during prayer, pay attention, not with fear, but with awareness. Because sometimes the smallest flame can remind us of something powerful. Light always defeated darkness. So my dear, if you have not subscribed to be part and parcel of this family, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe, the bell notification starts to always get my next upload. Comment on this video, share widely to everyone. I shall be helping lots and lots of people. As to do so, may God bless you. So with this, I say enjoy your day. Bye bye.